So we decided to go live, and as we explained on the halftime show, so we're having to watch on the YouTube TV stream because our antenna today is acting a little wonky. So it's on like about a 30-second delay. So yeah, if the Packers come back and win, our reaction will be sort of like, huh. And also, yeah, you get the reflection off the glasses, but it is what it is. We're getting old. Vikings holding on 28-14. There's about 3.5 minutes left in the game. Chris Boyd just went off with an injury. Did not look good. Looked less than ideal. But did anyone get a little deja vu? 29 gives up a big play and then gets hurt. It's just so weird. The Vikings have two healthy cornerbacks right now. They have Jeff Gladney and Harrison Hand because Dantzler left with an injury. Mark Fields II got hurt, as well as Chris Boyd just went down, so it's less than ideal there. Also, the whole tank for Trevor contingent. I mean, so they're actively rooting for the Packers to come back here. I mean, that's such a weird thing. And sure, I understand that towards the top of the draft, ostensibly you would get better players, but then how come the Jets and the Lions and the Browns and the Bengals aren't world beaters every single? Oh, look, another penalty. So crazy, right? Especially this year with the draft class of quarterbacks, where there could legit be 6-7 quarterbacks taken in the first round. Like, if you're not going to get Trevor Lawrence, flip a coin. Do you want Fields? Do you want Wilson? Do you want Trey Lance? Do you want Mac Jones? At this point, I would take any of them. I would. Because despite all the physical gifts of Fields we've talked about, his awareness does scare me. Trey Lance, no football this year as well as level competition, sure. Zach Wilson looks damn legit at times. Mac Wilson put up monster numbers, but also talent-laden team. Uh-oh. Yeah, Jordy Nelson looks like he's put on a few pounds and is a tight end now. I really love Jay Sternberger coming out of Texas A&M. And if the Vikings hadn't picked up Irv Smith, I would have been okay with Sternberger. But wasn't meant to be. Because Sternberger went in the third round, I believe, right? Yeah, but imagine being a Vikings fan who's not happy with what's going on right now. It's just so weird, right? And a 2-5 staying alive. I mean, the Vikings have shown that they can clang and bang and hang with any team in the league. I mean, you saw it. You see it today with the Packers in their home stadium, by the way. You saw it with the Seahawks in their home stadium. You saw it against Tennessee, even though Tennessee is kind of... What the hell? What the bloody hell? Stupid Devontae Adams and Josh Metellus. What's the flag? OPI? OPI one time. Also, if you're going to draft a bust quarterback, may as well be at 13 as opposed to 3. That way you'll have to pay him less. Plus, it'll sting a little less. Because, yeah, ask the Jaguars how much having a third overall pick bust in your face. Or the Bears with Trubisky at 2. So it's a touchdown? Nah, screw it. Screw your faces. All right. Of course, it's going to come down to pucker time. You got 2 minutes, 42 seconds. Packers have all 3 timeouts. Wait, they're going to go for 2? Of course, this is going to be the way that the Vikings just excruciatingly lose. They got Josh Metellus playing cornerback. Good times. No. I don't think they're going to give it to him. Nope. Short. Sucks to suck. Because I assume with the wins, as well as Mason Crosby been dealing with calf and back injuries, their plan was to go for 2 here and then try and make it 28-22. Then if they score again, I mean, maybe they'll try kicking an extra point at that point. But, I mean, I guess it's a fine gamble. In fact, the number's probably, I think his forward progress was stopped, man. Because you can't give them infinite time on the goal line after it's clearly been stopped to try and get a Bush push in here. That's just not correct. I guess we'll find out. Shut Moose Johnson with your Lions. And there's a review. What's going on? But yeah, you have to feel good the way the Vikings are playing today. Dalvin Cook reinforcing why he's the best freaking running back in the NFL when healthy. It's always a big caveat with Dalvin. All right, so let's see here. So buck 47, 3 touchdowns, including that 50-yard screen pass. Taking that in for the score. 4 touchdowns. First Vikings player with 4 touchdowns since Ahmad Rashad. Yeah, Randy Moss never did it. Adrian Peterson never did it. Dalvin's, I got this. Actually, I kind of wish that Dalvin's catch had been a run so that Dalvin would try to go for 296. That would just be wonderful. I don't know if he got in. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. As we're in suspense. Everyone else knows except for me. That's what's infuriating right now. Oh, I think they're going to give it to him. They shouldn't. Oh, yeah. Moose Johnson's line of demarcation. Like, what are you, the Pope? Dividing up South America with Portugal and Spain? Is that what you're doing, Moose? Shut the hell up. Yeah, Moose Johnson, Dean Blandino, everyone shut. Yeah, Kirk Cousins warming up like he's actually going to throw. Okay. No. I'm also digging the new Kubiak. Hey, keep the ball away from Cousins' offense. It's pretty good. Look, Rodgers makes the little boy put his coat on. The hell, man. Man, you would think that this game was moving along pretty swimmingly until like these stoppages. Also, I like that Zimmer challenged counting. Because it was pretty clear that Troy Dye was still on the field. But it's like, well, maybe he miscounted. Or maybe it was like the 2 + 2 does not equal 4 because you're racist. It's 2 + 2 = 5. But it didn't quite work out. And also, man, Troy Dye was running like he had bricks in his shoes, man. Like, Troy, I understand you didn't run a 40 at the combine because you were hurt. But, man, if you can't run faster than that, maybe we should cut you. God, this is taking forever. Also, Vikings announced that Cameron Dantzler did have movement in his extremities, being taken to the hospital for observation as a precaution, which is great to hear. Again, prayers up for Cameron Dantzler. Also, the ref looks like Eric Mangini. All right, so the Packers got it. Oh boy, now here comes the pucker. God, it's going to come down to one play. Not feeling great. Not feeling good. Also, you know what's really sickening is that you know that the Tank for Trevor people are just like, come on, Kirk, just screw this up. Man, I can't do that. Like, I get the reasoning. It's like, hey, well, the higher draft pick, maybe the better player you get, as opposed to, winning a game against your most hated rival in their building. Huh? As opposed to just trying to outsmart the system. Because, as you know, with the new CBA, the higher draft pick you have, the better player it's guaranteed to be. And quarterbacks do not bust, ever. All right, so 2:40 to go. It's always a pucker, isn't it? All right, so Amir Abdullah, return the kick. Dalvin Cook. Don't get fancy. Just run it 3 times. Also, man, it's so annoying that last 3rd and 1 where Dalvin couldn't quite pick it up on the second down. And then Adrian Amos just does not buy the Adam Thielen fake at all. Well, I had to go Chuck Foreman. God, he's just a man. He's just a beast. God, Dalvin Cook is awesome. And again, the most frustrating thing is that if Dalvin had just stretched a little bit more during halftime of Seattle, a little bit extended halftime, Sunday Night Football, that the Vikings probably 3-3 right now, trying to close out this game. All right, so you don't have to run a play. 2-minute warning. Packers still have 3 timeouts. I would prefer that the Packers not see the field again, since the Vikings only have 2 cornerbacks. I know it's an odd way of thinking. Because if Dalvin stays healthy for the Seattle game, that dynamic completely changes because that momentum swung hard after 33 was out. Like Al Michaels even noted, like, oh, the Seattle sidelines energized. So, I mean, if your team gets hyped because another team's player gets injured, okay, sure. Then, yeah, Dalvin picks up that 4th and inches that Madison just couldn't quite get. I mean, the game completely changes against the Falcons. Of course, that's the most frustrating thing about the Vikings, that they got blown out by the Falcons, who are not a good team, and then blah, 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 blah. All right, let's check around other scores around the league. Just keep our mind occupied until the stupid game comes back. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. All right, so the Dolphins and Tua, taking it to the Rams. Like to see that. Pittsburgh, Baltimore, great game as always. Cincinnati's putting the bank thing on the Titans, which is great. Indianapolis, boat racing the Lions. Lions are frauds. Absolute massive frauds. I'm trying to think of who's what's that game that everyone's playing now that you have to find out who the fraud is? Who is the fraud game? No, it's the game with all like the different color characters. Among Us? It doesn't matter. All right, so yeah, we said all week that the whole thing, the whole narrative about Aaron Rodgers still being a bad man. No, he's been steady decline for the past 4 years, and he did get fluffed up the first quarter of the season because he got to play the bad Vikings, and also he got to play the Lions, Saints, and Falcons pass defenses. Okay. Tampa destroyed him. Then, of course, he bounced back against Houston because Houston is garbage. And the question why, what did Tampa do that was so great? Well, they sat in coverage on him. Yeah, because if you blitz Aaron Rodgers, if you give him single coverage, if you give him a single high safety, that's when he is dangerous. But if you sit with 7-8 guys back in coverage, he can't do much because that arm velocity is not what he used to be. He still thinks that it is, and it gives him problems. And you've seen that the Vikings, even especially in the second half, have been sitting in coverage, and he's like, okay, Aaron, best of luck to you. God, it's so annoying that they went for 2. Get it. First down. First down. Doesn't have to be fancy. Oh, first down. Oh, yeah. Move the chains. God, he's so good. God, Dalvin Cook is so good. Come on, baby. Oh, Among Us. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Clint Kubiak's talking to Kirk Cousins like, well, whatever you do, don't screw this up. All right, so 2 timeouts. Can drain them. At minimum, so 2 timeouts. All right, so at minimum, you could take it down to about $1.15. Maybe even less. First down, game's over. Well, not necessarily. Rodgers looking forlorn. What a bad teammate. Can't even get up on and cheer on the sidelines for your defense, man. A bad teammate. And again, it doesn't have to be fancy. It's like, hey, we're going to punch you in the mouth, and best of luck trying to Dalvin, come on. Also, what's asked backwards about the whole tank for Trevor thing is like, you expect the Jets to win a game? Okay. That's what you're banking on? Like, you're banking on the Giants going on a winning streak? You're banking on the Jaguars winning more than 2 games? Nah. Again, if this was a 1 quarterback draft, I would be in. But the fact that there could be 6 guys, maybe even more in the first round, I'm pretty okay with it. Plus that second tier of quarterbacks is looking pretty damn sexy with Fields, Lance Wilson, and Mac Jones. Let's go. Also, I can see why people would be appealed by Kyle Trask, but nah, it's not my guy. Oh boy. All right. Last time out. Man, this is what absolutely sucks about not picking up positive yards on that first down. Because now you're stuck at 3rd and 10. What do? Do you throw, and if it's incomplete, you stop the clock, but if you pick up a first down, game's over? Do you run the draw? Everyone runs the draw here. Then you give the rock back. About a minute left. God, this sucks so much. This sucks so much because I mean, the Vikings have 2 healthy cornerbacks. So if I'm the Packers, put 5 receivers out there. See what happens. Respect, though, Ezra Cleveland has had himself a nice little ball game. Or do you run the screen in this spot? Yeah, I could see running the screen. Oh. He picked up a chunk at least. All right. So they're going to get the ball back with about 50 seconds left when it's all said and done, pending on the punt play. 50 seconds, got to keep them out of the end zone. Okay. Yeah, you'd feel a lot better if they correctly did not count that 2-point conversion. Oh, man. It's sickening that Vikings fans are cheering for Aaron Rodgers right now. Like, physically, like, how can you do that without vomiting? They can still go 2-14 to suit your needs. Man, if this happens, this is going to be the worst loss in Vikings franchise history this season. And there have been many. There's been so many. I can't watch. God, I kind of wish he would have picked up 9 yards or 8 yards and then 4th and inches. What would Zimmer have done then? I think he might have gone for it. I think maybe at that point he'd been like, F it. Wonder if they're going to bring the heat on this. Probably not. I don't like all the angles that they're showing of cutting. It's like they're just waiting for him to screw up. He did have one high snap on an extra point earlier. All right, so they're going to try and run back. Uh-oh. All right, so 47 seconds left. Have to keep Aaron Rodgers out of the end zone. All right, Zimmer, this is literally what they hired you for. Okay. Man. Also, what's messed up, too, is that the live chat is like 30 seconds ahead, so they're going to know what happens before I do. And I refuse to look. I don't want spoilers. Papi. Hey, papi. All right. First down, 47 seconds to go. Rodgers checks it down to Jamal Williams. He gets out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Second down, 42 ticks left. Aaron Rodgers having a very pedestrian stat line. Muscusi. Rodgers' 26 career game-winning drives in the fourth quarter overtime. That's going to remain at 46. Fadi, friggin' Odam. Actually, I'm waiting for the refs to screw the Vikings because things have been going too down the middle for a Packers game. It's been crazy to see. Aaron's got 3 receivers to the right. Takes a snap. Drops. Cuts underneath again. Jamal Williams, first down, but out of bounds. 37 ticks left. And the Vikings are taking away everything deep, giving away the underneath, and that's what Aaron Rodgers is taking. But remember, they need a touchdown. They do not need the field goal. Hercules Matafa. Yeah, it's great that Josh Metellus is playing cornerback. I don't even want Josh Patels playing safety. But here we are. You have 2 rookie cornerbacks and a rookie safety who's kind of playing cornerback, which is, I feel very good. Vikings. All right, so Tanya down the sideline, but he stays inbounds. Tick, 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 tick. Packers have no timeouts left. Ball is at the 41-yard line. Packers can't get set. MVS is offsides. MVS is offsides. MVS is offsides. Hey, 83 was lined up over the ball. That's a mandatory 10-second runoff. I refuse to look at the spoilers. Oh, this is going to be so crushing. Packers have time for maybe 2 more shots. Steps up. Ooh, Loga. That was a strip sack. That is game over. Oh my goodness. Is it real? I can't believe it is actually real. Oh my God. DJ Wadham. DJ Wadham. Wow. DJ Wadham. DJ Wadham. That's right. Let's go. Come on. That needs to be DJ Wadham's rookie card right there. Because Rodgers was cocking up. He's lining up for that. Is it game over? Have they decided it? Or are they going to have 3 seconds left? Man. All right, fine. I'll look at spoilers. Game over. Woo! It is a fumble. Minnesota Fighting Vikings have won. DJ Wadham with the walk-off strip sack. Vikings prevail 28-22. Shocking the world. Beating the spread. Winning outright. Money line. Come on in, baby. Woo! That is right. Because the most frustrating thing about this Vikings team is that they've shown that they do have the talent to hang with the best teams in the league. They went to the wire with the Titans. They gave it away against the Seahawks. They went into Green Bay. The 5-1 Packers punched them right in the face. It was nothing fancy. It's, hey, we're going to sit in coverage on you, Aaron Rodgers. We're going to get pressure with 4, and we're going to run Dalvin Cook right down your goddamn throat. And that's exactly what they did, and the Packers had no answer for it. The 12-year-old boy could not adjust to his octogenarian quarterback as well. Once they got off of scripted plays, as well as Mike Pettin, their defensive coordinator, like, 33? We don't need to worry about him. So the Vikings go in and shock the world. They're the best 2-5 team in NFL history. And again, the most frustrating thing is the lack of ability to close out games. That comes down to coaching, as well as not being able to consistently show up on a regular basis. That blowout against the Falcons is going to come back and stick in the Vikings' craw. So yeah, I understand. Yeah, people pissed off. They're like, oh, well, what about Trevor Lawrence? What about him? Vikings were never going to catch the Jets to begin with. And hey, this young team is coming together. Imagine this win. This win with these young players out there, with DJ Wadham, with Jeff Gladney, with Cameron Dantzler, knock on wood, hopefully he'll be back, with Harrison Hand, all these young guys coming together and learning to win as a team, building up that momentum for the future of the franchise. That's going to pay so many more dividends than going 1-15 and getting your head kicked in every single week, huh? So this team is learning to win together. They just got the biggest win in recent memory. Actually, since last year's playoff win against the Saints, whatever. But the Vikings, 0 people. This many people gave them a chance. This many, including half of the fan base. Jacob had $5 super chat. Donate for the win, baby. Thanks for content, keeping our spirits high. Hey, thank you for coming along. Thank you for believing, keeping it strong and long, and getting the friction on. Because the Minnesota Fighting Vikings, hell, they probably won't make the playoffs. I think 538 had them at a 4% chance of making the playoffs before the games went down. But keep hope alive. There are some crazy things that can happen. Dalvin Cook is the best running back in the league. He's going to win the rushing title despite Derrick Henry screw him right in the face. And things can get wonky. I mean, Justin Jefferson will get loose. Maybe Kirk Cousins, when he's actually part of the game plan, will do a little something. This defense could not possibly have gotten any worse. And then all of a sudden, they get this game where they get some confidence back, where they held Aaron Rodgers out of the end zone for 3 drives in the middle of this game. And then all of a sudden, woo, getting it together. Plus, we look, did I take down schedule? I did. Let me bring that back up. So I can never find like a good schedule online. So I always just make my own. And I never spell schedule right. Schedule. Roads. Rudes. All right, so prophetic. You put the win in over the Packers because that's what we do, son. All right, so then looking ahead, you got the Lions next week. The Lions are going to be 3-4 because they just blew it against the Colts. They got absolutely boat raced at home. So yeah, you got the Lions. Matthew Stafford, cool. Marvin Jones, cool. Babytron, cool. Adrian Peterson, Everson, whatever. Are you really scared? Vikings go 3-5. And then week 10, that's going to be the crux. That's going to be the game of the season up to this point. Monday Night Football at the fraudulent Bears. Among Us, they are the absolute frauds. They're the worst 5-2 team in NFL history. The Vikings will show that. Kirk Cousins, woo! In the first primetime win, the first Monday Night Football win of his damn career. And then you're going to beat the Cowboys. Panthers, I think you can hang with at home. Jaguars, you'll take care of business. And then all of a sudden, week 14, well, let's do the math here. All right, so win, no matter what. All of a sudden, that's 5-5. Shit. 5-5, 6-5, 7-5, stay alive. 7-5 heading into the Bucs week 14. You got 3 games left. 4 games left. All of a sudden, you hold your whole future in your hands. And guess what? If the Vikings do realize, extremely dangerous because they're a team that you do not want any part of in the playoffs because you saw what Derrick Henry could do, putting the Titans on his back for 2 playoff wins last year. I think the Vikings could certainly do the same thing with Dalvin Cook. Plus, with Jefferson and Thielen opening things up, let's go. Let's go get this damn thing going. But man, it's a lot of fun. Hey, if you're a new viewer, subscribe. Come along for daily Vikings takes. We got lots of good stuff coming up. After this, we're recording our 5 winners and losers video. So stay tuned. Big time win for the Vikings. Let's get it on. Heart you guys. Keep Skull alive. And also, don't tank for Trevor. There. Skull, production value.